Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. This July 4th weekend 2022, we made the trip to SeaWorld San Antonio, and in this video we will be covering Aquatica. As we've been to Aquatica in Orlando dozens and dozens of times, we were so excited to check out SeaWorld San Antonio's Aquatica. Here is a map. Aquatica is almost just as big as SeaWorld at San Antonio, and they are both connected to each other. Connected as in they are in the same park, but you do need a separate admission to get into Aquatica and SeaWorld. We did a 2-day, 2-park pass. It is a lot less than Orlando's parks are because, as you'll see in the videos, they are much different than Orlando's parks, but we got a 2-day consecutive day 2-park pass for $75 each. Now coming up on to this video, you'll see one of the really interesting parts about SeaWorld San Antonio is they have the Stingray area in the Aquatica, which was really awesome. I loved it so much. It made it super unique compared to any other water park. The ride that goes through the Stingray area is called Stingray Falls. Now, we were here literally at opening, and actually they ended up, it was supposed to open at 10:30. I think we got in at 10:10, and you can see the line for Stingray Falls is already at the bottom. So if you're gonna go to Aquatica, that ride is a must do. You've gotta get there first thing in the morning, or you will wait an extremely long time to ride this family slide that goes through the Stingray Falls. As a side note, they do have an animal encounter at Aquatica waiting with the stingrays, so you can purchase this animal encounter and actually get in the water with the stingrays and be able to touch them and wade in that pool with them. If you don't want to purchase that, you can always just buy food and feed them as well. So I'm sure everyone can see in the video, but it was extremely crowded on July 4th weekend. Of course, to be expected, likely it was crowded at parks across America, but this was one of the kids areas. So they have a couple large kids areas, and then of course one huge wave pool. Now the lawn chairs around the wave pool in the kids areas, they were full, and they have signs to show that they're full. They were full at 10:15 in the morning. And again, the park opens at 10:30. So just keep that in mind. Again, if you want a really good seat that's right in that front area there, you better be there at the break of dawn waiting for your seats, it seems like. Again, we were there first thing in the morning, like I said, before they opened. We did a couple other slides before this area, but I will say it doesn't seem like the water park or the regular SeaWorld park is too busy as far as waiting in line at this time. So we were actually able to get right on Tassie Twister, Hooroo Run, the racer slides, other body slides. Like, even though the park was slammed, there weren't long lines again in the morning. With that being said, probably by 1:32, I mean, you can't really get on anything. The actual line to get into Aquatica was all the way past Discovery Point. So, I mean, it was like a mile long, just literally probably almost a mile to get into Aquatica past 2 p.m. I don't know if it's always like that, but definitely get here early if you want to enjoy a good day at the water park. Here are the racer slides. You do have a place to put your shoes and belongings. Obviously, you can't have them on the actual slides. And of course, we had to do them a couple times. My husband and I are super competitive, and they were really fun. So this slide was insane. You guys know we've been to a tons of water parks. This was the craziest drop we've ever done on a water slide ever before. So if you like thrill water slides, you will get some major air on this one. It is a must ride. And again, when we got there in the morning, the line really wasn't long for that one yet. So one thing with the Aquatica is there's not a lot of places to eat. There's only this mango market, which is snacks, ice cream, alcohol, and like nachos and things like that. So it's the snack items. And then they have another place, which I'll show in a minute, with the actual food. Other than that, there's really not a lot to eat. Just keep that in mind. I love that they have a pool bar though. We weren't drinking at all this trip, but if we were, we would have loved to go to that. I wish they had something like that at Aquatica, but they don't. At Aquatica in Orlando, but they don't. So that was really cool. Oh, here's another view of Stingray Falls. So you can see you actually go through the tank with all the stingrays. So it's almost the same kind of thing as the lazy river in the Aquatica Orlando. That's what they have here at the Stingray Falls water slide, family slide. So that's why it gets so packed, because it is such a breathtaking experience and so cool for a water slide. I hate to be super negative, but the one thing I don't like that when parks do is in their lazy river, they let people just walk in it. So you don't have to have a tube, you just walk in it. Mind you, this was early in the morning. Now, as the water park got busier and busier and busier, I mean, when you allow people to just walk through without a tube, you're like you're crammed in with people. So you're basically shoulder to shoulder with people, and it's not that fun anymore when there's people walking and playing and everything all around you, not in a tube. It's much nicer when they let them in a tube. So just a side note, it is pretty crowded in that lazy, and you will get soaked because they have this waterfall going down that you can't miss. They also have the Riptide Racers. So these are the same ones that are at SeaWorld Orlando, and they really didn't have a wait the whole time. So that was a cool side note. They're kind of hidden in the back, so it seems like people didn't know where they were. Love those slides, super fun. Well, here's another view of the lazy where the water falls on. So if your mom or someone's trying to ride around it, doesn't want to get wet, they will get wet on this lazy river because you cannot avoid it. Here is the exit to the Riptide Racers. Again, super fun rides, great addition to both Aquatica. Lockers, they do have lockers in the park. The small is $20 and the large is $30, and you're able to rent them all day. This is the second restaurant that they have. You can see it's the Waterstone Grille. This has all your, regular food, chicken tenders, cheeseburger, pizza, that kind of stuff. And you do wait in kind of like a buffet line. I would say the lines were probably taking a good 30 minutes, at least when we were there, because it was pretty busy, like I mentioned. So keep that in mind. But they do have tons of places to sit and eat in the Waterstone Grille, and lots of options. Even if you have picky eaters, they seem to have a lot of stuff there to order, which is good. And this is another little kids area away from the craziness of the bigger one. There's actually a smaller one in the very back called Kookaburra Cove that is for little kids as well.